Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Drunk Crystal. I know I said the next time I talk to you I'd be sober, but I decided to just keep recording, so here we are. But I'm not going to drink anymore, so now the drink of the day, not the drink of the night, because I've had plenty to drink tonight, but the drink of the day this video is going up is some nice, cold water. Stay hydrated, folks. You hate hangovers? Me too. Drink water. It's been a long time since I've been hungover. And why? Because I drink a lot of water. It's a cheat code I learned in college. I used to not drink water, and then feel terrible afterwards. And my friend who drank way more than me, that I was always jealous of, I go, "How are you not hungover?" I realize it's because he always drinks water, and I learned that. And now, basically, the only time I've ever hung over is if I'm too drunk to remember to drink water. That's about it. I was going to say, or if I puke, but I've written... This doesn't happen to everyone, but if I'm feeling terrible and I puke, I feel better. Puking kind of takes me out of it all and makes me feel better. Magnemite. Yeah, we'll leave Sal out. We're gonna get these guys some experience. There's a bunch of trainers I can fight between here and Lavender Town, and I'll fight them. And Steve still does. He still knows cut, so I need to go back to Johto before I can even get to Blaine, because he currently does not know Surf. Ooh, is that gonna kill him? Probably not. No, it's gonna Sonic Boom me. Sonic Boom. So I'll fight these trainers, I'll go back, I'll relearn Surf. And then I'll head towards Blaine. Maybe I'll get to Blaine in this video, but I assume not. But we'll see. We'll see. I checked up. I already forgot. Fuck, what was it called? Dub it in right here. I'm drinking
sea ice.
Vodka. That was the vodka I took shots of today. It's something with ice in the name. Well, you know what it's called because I just said it. But me right now, I forgot the name of it. It's a shit vodka. I'm not advocating for them. That's just what I'm doing the shots of, because that's what my friend said. I'm not going to drink this, so you could take it. My normal I'm not a Grey Goose kind of guy. I don't need to drink the fancier vodkas. I'm like a... Give me a Smirnoff. Give me a... What's on that level? I can't even remember. It's been a long time. Typically, I don't drink Tito's is good. I like Tito's. I like Smirnoff. That tier of alcohol, that's good with me. I'm not much of a vodka drinker anymore. I used to drink a lot of vodka in college because it was... If you're trying to do shots, vodka's the easiest thing to cover up. You know, you sandwich it. The real technique is to sandwich. Sorry. I'm sorry about that sneeze. The real technique is to sandwich your shirt. I almost said snots. Because what you do is you take chaser, do your shot, more chaser. And then you'll basically, no matter how shitty it is, you won't taste your shot. Provided it's vodka. Vodka doesn't taste like much. If you're doing that with, like, a bourbon or something, you're still probably going to taste it. And, like, if you're ponying up for a bourbon, like, the cheapest bourbon is still... You can't get an $8 handle of bourbon. You can get an $8 handle of vodka, let me tell you. Let's talk about the cheapest alcohol you've ever had. Because for me, it's called Zelko. And if you know what Zelko is, you know exactly where I went to college. You know, everyone knows I went to college in Maryland because I've mentioned it many times, but... Apparently, I didn't know this, apparently Zelko is very specific to where I went to college, and you can just Google this, so I'll tell you. I went to the University of Maryland College Park. Zelko is $8 for a handle. Not a fifth, a handle, the big one. That's the cheapest alcohol I've ever seen in my entire life. Everyone knows Gordon's. Gordon's is most people's, like, frame of reference for a cheap bottle of vodka. It's like $9, maybe $10 for a handle. Zelko is $8. Maybe the price has gone up, but when we were in college a couple of years ago, it was $8. This isn't 20 years ago and the price is raised over time. This was a few years ago, so the price is probably still the same. It was $8 for a handle. And that's what we were buying. Because when you're 18, 19, and you're trying to get drunk, and you don't have a fake ID, and you just want whatever gets you drunk, for as little, like, we didn't have jobs. Well, I did have a job. I had a summer job. I worked at a concert venue over the summer. But during the semester, I didn't have a job. I had no income. We were paying for school. I'm trying to save money. Cheapest vodka, cheapest alcohol you could possibly buy. Way cheaper than buying the cheapest beer you could buy. Because you could buy Natty Lights in like a 100-pack for like $70 or something. You can get some cheap beer, but Zelko was without a doubt the most efficient way to get drunk if you were trying to get... If your only goal was to get drunk, to not enjoy it at all, or to not remember the night, Zelko was the way to do it. So, when we were too young, and none of me and my close friend group from Maryland, we didn't have fake IDs. Because we weren't bar guys at the time. Now we'll go out to a bar, but in college I wasn't really a bar guy. I had a girlfriend. I wasn't trying to go out to bars and hit on people and have a sloppy time. So, but we didn't have fake IDs. We weren't trying to go into the bars. We weren't trying to buy our own alcohol. So we had friends that had fake IDs. We had friends that were already 21. So we had someone to get our alcohol for us, legally or not. So at that time, we were just getting the cheapest thing we could. And what was the cheapest thing you can get? Zelko. $8 a handle. Once we all turned 21 and we were able to pay for our own stuff, we were buying nicer stuff. Once we were in charge of our own futures, I would buy, we had upgraded to Smirnoff tier by then. Or something else. That was about when I started to acquire my taste for whiskey. I didn't really start to acquire it until later. Until after... My favorite alcohol to just, have a drink of is Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. It's nice and sweet. It's pretty strong, but it's not overwhelmingly strong. It's just good. It's nice. You can... I don't do shots of it. You can do a shot of it. It's not something that'll hurt to throw back. But it's something you can sit there and sip on ice. It's something you can mix into a nice lemonade drink. It's a very versatile, good drink. And I like it a lot. Before that, Zelko. But, my go-to drink in college, once I started paying for my own alcohol... Well, I was always paying for it, but once I started buying my own alcohol, was Smirnoff Citrus Vodka. Or you could substitute this with a different brand of citrus vodka, but as long as it's a citrus vodka with ocean spray cran grape. So you got cranberry juice, grape juice, and citrus vodka. It was delicious. You could not taste the alcohol whatsoever. When I was in college, I would consider myself a master of the mixed drink. You could give me any cabinet of bullshit, and I could make it into a good drink. Me and my buddy... That's my friend. It's my first friend whose name I've said on this. I hope I'm smart enough to beep that out. But it doesn't matter. None of you. If you know who I am, you know who I am. Me and my buddy, we were like wizards of making a mixed drink. And once I stumbled upon that one, I stuck with it because it was delicious. Two of my three roommates that didn't really drink. They just did shots because it was the most efficient way to get drunk, and then the alcohol was done with. They both went, I can drink this. That's not bad. I can drink that. Because you just can't taste the alcohol whatsoever. Cheaper than Smirnoff, Burnett's was the shit version of flavored vodka. Smirnoff was like 20 to 25. I don't remember exactly. Smirnoff was like $20 to $25. Burnett's was like $12 to $15. It was cheaper. So that one was shittier. Though they did have it. They had a flavor called torched cherry. I don't know what made it torched, but it was pretty good. I used to be able to just drink that straight up. I probably couldn't do it anymore. I've become a little more stubborn. I'm a very easy drinker. I can definitely... I'm being facetious here. I could drink it. I definitely could. I don't want to. Now I'm old enough and I have enough money where I can shell out for the drinks I want. But the Torch Cherry, it was pretty good. I could definitely drink it. I can drink anything. The only drink that I truly hate, really, is Corona. I hate Corona. I love beer. Corona is my least favorite beer. I would rather drink any beer. Think of the shittiest beer you can think of. It costs 10 cents for a beer. I don't know, Natty Light, Old Milwaukee, whatever it is. I would rather drink that than Corona. I hate Corona so much. If it's the only thing at the party, I'll drink it. I could drink it. It's fine. I could drink anything. I'm a very easygoing person in general. I'll eat most things. I don't like mayonnaise. I've started to like, but if you mix mayonnaise with something, now I'll eat it. I used to not like mustard. Now I like mustard. There's very few things that I don't like. I don't like horseradish. That's one of the few foods that I can say truly I don't like. But I'll eat most things. Similarly, I'll drink most things. I'm very easy. And I could drink that Torch Cherry, but it used to be one of our go-tos because it was cheap and it was pretty good. Not very good, pretty good. I believe specifically oh man, I should have taught him Thunder Punch. I've encountered way more options where it would have been more useful, but I just have very little coverage of fire and ice, so it's more for coverage. I guess I could have used Tyron's Ice Punch against... there's no trainer up here, right? No, she'll just trade a Chansey for an Aerodactyl. Which, if I was able to acquire a Chansey via gift Pokemon, then I would be able to make that trade, but I didn't and can't, so I can't do that. That's in the Cheapo mode rules, which I never think this actually comes into play, but in the Cheapo mode rules is that I've made for myself. As long as I don't have to throw a Pokeball, it's all fine. Well, and also I can't spend money, so I wouldn't be able to get, The only exception to that would be in Generation 1, you can find a bunch of coins on the ground, so maybe you can put up enough to get a, Alright, he might die to his own burn before I even wake up. So maybe in Generation 1, you can find enough coins on the ground to get a, to get an Abra from the... Yeah, one more turn, he's gonna die. To get an Abra from the game corner. You can't find any coins on the ground here, so that won't happen, but otherwise, if you get a Pokemon in-game that you can then trade in-game via a gift, that's totally acceptable. I don't think there's actually any examples of it, though. So, not gonna happen. If I included trades, like if I did a red version Cheapo mode, for example, and then allowed myself to trade with myself, traded the... Oh no, never mind, the Aerodactyl... Never mind, it's a Chansey for an Aerodactyl, not the other way around. So never mind, that doesn't come into play. If I could somehow... Oh. Actually, I'm not sure if this person is still here in the remakes, but in Diamond and Pearl, it's either Diamond and Pearl or Platinum, not both. Someone gives you an egg that hatches into a Happiny, which will evolve into a Chansey. And then if this trainer is still here, you could then trade from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum into Heart Gold, Soul Silver your Chansey for an Aerodactyl. That would be... I would have to consult the rules on that one. These are self-imposed rules, so I don't actually have to do that, but I don't know. I still wouldn't technically not throw any Pokeballs in this process, but I don't know. It seems not in the spirit of the gift Pokemon challenge. I'm going to take a sip of water right now. Give me a second. I'm trying to hydrate here. I apologize if you can hear my fan. It's turned up pretty loud. Because, as I said in either the last video or the one before it, it got pretty hot. Especially when I threw on my Islanders jersey, because they crushed it. They moved on. Good for them. And I just have to have the Islanders jersey. I just feel good when I have my jerseys on. I have a number of jerseys. I am a sportsman. The first jersey I ever owned... Ooh, that's not good. It's too low level, though, to do even half damage. Ooh, it did more than half! Ooh! The first jersey I ever owned... I'm actually not positive on that. The first jersey I ever owned, I probably bought for myself, and it definitely was not a real jersey. It was a knockoff jersey that I bought from some website. The first jersey I got might have been my my John Tavares jersey on the Islanders. And yes, I bought my John Tavares jersey right when he became the biggest trader in Islanders history. If you're not an Islanders fan, you don't know about this. Well, if you're not a hockey fan, you don't know. And if you're not an Islanders fan, you might not know. But John Tavares was one of the best Islanders to ever play. He's one of our best players. He really was. And he said his contract was coming up for, like, negotiations. What are they going to do? Is he going to stay on the team? Is he going to trade? Is he going to go somewhere else? Whatever. And, he said adamantly, like, to the media, like, I'm an Islander. I want to stay an Islander. This is my team. So everyone loved him. Everyone was fully on board with Tavares. And then it doesn't work out. And he goes to another team. Off the top of my... I'm drunk right now, so I forget. I'm just going to say the Toronto Maple Leafs. If that wasn't it, then sorry, that wasn't it. But he says, it's always been my dream to play for them. It wasn't your dream a month ago, Tavares. It wasn't your dream a month ago. So now everyone hates Tavares. They say, this guy's a traitor. This is not our guy. But I just bought the jersey. Because at the time, I didn't know all the players, so... I was just like... I know Tavares, he's the best player on the team. I'll buy his jersey. And then maybe I jinxed him. Maybe I jinxed him to leave. It might be my fault. I'm sorry. Screech. No, I don't want to learn Screech. You don't have anything else that I want to learn. You're going to learn Screech, and then you're going to learn Hydro Pump, and I don't want either of those moves. Or Slow King. Yeah, go ahead, Sparky. So what I did the first game, I didn't even get to wear it to my first game before he got... it was literally timed horribly. I bought the jersey, and, like, a week later, he was traded or switched it, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact what happened, because I'm drunk right now, as I said. But I got the jersey and never got to wear it to a game where he was on the team. So the first game I went to after that, where I had my jersey... I taped He Who Shall Not Be Named over the name, and it was a big hit. People loved it. I was very popular with the people for the team that I had recently become a fan of, and who I did not know most of the names of most of the players. Now I'm better about it. I know a lot of the players on the team. I know I said fantasy is the best way to learn all the players in the league, because that's how I learned all the hockey and baseball players. I still have yet to do fantasy baseball, even though fantasy hockey, even though I want to. I've yet to, like, just do it, which it just forces you to know all the players, because you need to know who you want on your team. If there's a guy on your opponent's team, you're like, I'm worried that he's going to score. There's a guy on your team, you need to know who you want to play. There's a guy on waivers, you need to know who you want to pick up and play. So it just forces you to learn all the players, and I have not yet done that for hockey. So, ooh. This guy's going to just have 6 Pikachus, I bet. And they're all going to be very low level. So I'm just going to slash them all. Let's see. Slash will kill them. course it will. I'm literally double its level. I just realized that I've had my my controller on the desk this whole time, so I hope you haven't been hearing clicking. I don't think you will, and I think my my denoiser will get rid of it because or not even denoiser, whatever. The thing that gets whatever I have that gets rid of the low end. D whatever. I can't think technicals right now. I've had a bunch of shitty shots. That'll get rid of the click, so it's fine. But my jersey was a big hit. I think that was my first jersey. It was either that or I did my favorite Yankee has always I grew up watching Derek Jeter, grew up watching Mariano, grew up watching Andy Pettitte. They're all Yankees heroes. Yes, I cried when Jeter retired. Yes, I cried when Mariano retired. I've rewatched Mariano's last pitch 100 times, and I've cried 100 times. It's anyone that says there's no crying in baseball doesn't actually watch baseball. There's crying in baseball. But my favorite Yankee is Teixeira. He's always been... As soon as he joined the team, I was like, I like this guy. And he immediately was an impact player. And I got his jersey early. So maybe that was my first jersey. And it's nice. Yankees jerseys do not have the names on the back. They just have the number. So Teixeira's was number 25. And now... the 25 jersey works as a Torres jersey. Because there's no number on the back. So it's just a 25 jersey. They both got the same number. Now I suddenly have a Torres jersey. I do have a Wade Boggs jersey from when he was on the Yankees briefly. But that's not because of his tenure with the Yankees. That's because of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Because one year for Halloween, me and my friends, there was an episode. If you don't watch Always Sunny, there was an episode where there's an urban legend where Wade Boggs drinks like 100 beers on an airplane, and in Always Sunny, the gang says we're gonna beat that record, and so they try and drink 100 beers on a flight, and by the end of the episode, they get so drunk that they hallucinate Wade Boggs being on the flight with them. So my friends had the much easier costume. They just wore white t-shirts with the beer tally on them, like the gang wears. I got a Wade Boggs jersey, which I'm not mad about it. It's not a real jersey. It cost, I don't know, $30 or something. It was cheap. But, and I still wear it, because, Wade Boggs, good player. And I don't have a problem with it. That and a very, very shitty fake mustache. Because Wade Boggs had a mustache. It's actually, I've realized this was the exact same mustache I've worn for at least 2 costumes, because another year for Halloween, I was Randy Marsh from South Park. Which, Randy Marsh is a very easy costume, but once you say, my hair looked vaguely similar to his, so that was a good one. And the mustache, and then you just wear like a sky blue shirt tucked into jeans. That was it. Close enough, that's a Randy Marsh costume. You throw out a bunch of Randy Marsh quotes, and people are like, "Oh shit, it's Randy!" Because as South Park went on, Randy became more and more of a character. Like in the early seasons, he was just a background character, like all the parents. But he just got more and more insane as the show went on, and he became a better and better character. So everyone knows who he is. So that was a good costume. It was easy, and I liked that one. That was a good one. It's another good costume I had. I can't explain. I have another costume that I wore that was very good, but I can't explain it because it reveals my identity. Go ahead, think about that one. Yeah, those are my only good costumes. The one I just told you about, and the one that I don't want to tell you about yet. I'm sure I'll drunkenly reveal my name at some point in here, and anyone that watches this knows who I am anyway. And by the time that if my YouTube channel ever gets famous, which it won't, you'll know who I am. So it doesn't matter. But I'm still trying to pretend that I'm trying to be anonymous here. So I'm not going to tell you what my other costume was. If you're smart, you could figure it out. But whatever. Let's go back to talking about... What was I talking about? I don't know. Let's kill Gyarados. Gyarados Gyarados is probably my favorite Pokemon to fight. It's a weird thing to have a favorite of, but it really is, because it's very easy to kill, and it gives a lot of experience. Obviously, well, not obviously, but the best thing to kill in the game is Blissey. Blissey gives the most experience. But how many trainers have a Blissey? Maybe one per generation, if that, maybe. There's a bunch of trainers in any given game that are going to have a bunch of Gyaradoses. And it's so easy to kill them, because they're double weak to electric. Water and flying is a bad type combination. It's got too many weaknesses to be any good. And they give a lot of experience. So it's a good thing to fight. In any game where you can rebattle trainers, if there's a trainer you can rebattle that has Gyarados, you better believe that I'm grinding out near that guy. Dance is coming up next. I didn't even pay attention to what he said at first. I think electricity is the most important thing of our daily lives. If it weren't, people wouldn't have made such a fuss when the power plant went out. I fixed that. That was me. Oh, it feels good to be recognized. He doesn't know that I did that, but I did do that. Is there any more trainers here? Alright, we'll keep fighting up this way. There's, in Generation 1, there was a bunch more trainers here. Now I think there's only a couple, but we'll go through here. And then next episode, we'll make our way towards Brock. Beat him. Go back. Relearn Surf. Fight Blaine. And then there's only a couple episodes left. Where I'm making faster progress than I thought. I realize now the only major event that happens in Kanto in this game is the power plant thing. Once you finish that, you can kind of just blaze through the rest of it. Okay, I was going to say, does this guy only have Magikarp? There's always a trainer in every generation that has 6 Magikarps. Which obviously this guy wasn't going to be that because he did not have 6 Pokemon. And I'm pretty sure I already fought a trainer that had 6 Magikarps, but there's always at least one, and it's my least favorite trainer because it's just like it's a cannon fodder trainer. Magikarps gives shit experience, and there's 6 of them, so they're the weakest Pokemon. All you're doing is wasting 6 PP on something. PP. And why even be a trainer? 6 Magikarp equals like 1 Quillfish. And Quillfish doesn't give good poke. There's another Magikarp. This is 2 useless Pokemon. Screw this shit. Look at this stupid Magikarp. I'm gonna kill you with a Dizzy Punch. I'm double your level. Gotcha. God, I'd have so many shots to do if I was keeping to the 1 shot, 1 kill, 1 shot. Whatever. I'm glad I didn't stick to that. I did my shots in the last video. That was good. Doing drinking Pokemon was way easier than doing drinking Mario, because Mario requires way more brain power. Maybe eventually I'll I've been doing this for less than a year. It's still a learning experience. Maybe eventually I'll be able to do a drinking platformer game, but right now it's too much. My content wasn't good. I didn't have enough to talk about. I'd like to think I've gotten better. I'd like to think that once I hit my 1-year anniversary, my 1-year YouTube anniversary, I'll look back on my first video and go, oh god, that was shit. But I'm not there yet. I'll get there. I think it's been like 7 or 8 months. Coming up on it. I realized, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I've quite well surpassed 100 videos at this point. Oop. Do you have a Firestone for me, Alan? No, you've got a battle. I'm not going to go fight you, but cool, thanks for the phone call. I realized I have not battled a lot of the trainers that I've gotten their numbers. Do I remember what? What is with the fat guy trainers in this game? The fishermen, the hikers. I think that's it. The fishermen and the hikers. Why are they so weird? They're so weird. They all have weird shit to say. Weird shit like, I'm your uncle, or I ate my Pokemon's crap. It tasted like crap. They're all weird. But, yes. I've surpassed 100 videos. I don't know if I mentioned it. Woohoo! Go me! I don't know how many I'll be at when I get... I think early on, I set a schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I've stuck to it. I think I missed one day the entire time since I started. I think I've only missed one day where I was just super tired and I went, no one watches this yet. Still, not that many people watch this, and if you do watch this, I greatly appreciate you. But at the time, I was like, nobody's watching this. It's not that big of a deal if I missed one day. But I missed one day, and I went, you know what? No, I set a schedule, and I want to stick to it. So I stuck to it since then. And when I started doing Pokemon, I started uploading 4 videos in a week. Because I was like, they upload a lot quicker at the time. It was just easier to record them. Now they're all easy enough to record. All right, we did it. I'm gonna save. And then I'm going to fly to... No. Then I'm going to fly to Vermilion, and we'll pick it up from there, but... It's been a good 100 videos. It's over 100. I don't know. This is probably close to video 110 or something. I don't know what I'm at, but... I like doing this. I hope you like watching me. Appreciate it. And then I'm gonna make it to a year. Maybe I'll do something for a year. Now that I said that, I probably have to, but... It's been fun, and I'm gonna keep having fun doing this. Where are we going now? Vermilion City. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fight Snorlax. We're gonna fight a couple trainers, then we're gonna go fight Brock. And then we'll probably go get Surf back, and then we'll fight Blaine. But that's all next time on Bucket Drop. Peace out.